Hey y'all, what's going on? I know it's been a long time. Well, to me, it felt like a long time. I feel like I haven't talked in so long. But I just wanted to stop by in with y'all, check in with y'all, see how everything has been going. I had to take a moment. I'm gonna speak for me. I've had to take a moment to kind of like regroup because I need that. Everybody needs that. So if you ever feel like you need to detach yourself away from people, social media, log off, deactivate, and delete the app until you're ready to just, you know. But I had wanted to come on here because I had been time to myself and just kind of meditating and kind of dealing with my own personal issues, which we're gonna all get through. You know, a lot of people are going through a lot right now and around this time. The things that, are going on in people's lives, it's hard to kind of like still be in the presence of other people. So it's kind of like you gotta, take that time. So definitely take that time. So I've been in hermit mode, just kind of like trying to regroup everything and get my mental together. But we're gonna be good. It's gonna be good. I just wanted to basically talk about a few things, as for me and what I have been doing basically during my time of regrouping and kind of like being in my own energy. I had, kind of understand the type of person that I am to the type of person that I can become. I think that a lot of people battle, the hurt you and the want to be free you. And that's very much important. You want to bring two and two together and kind of like balance the two and see what it is that you would like to do as far as not being the person that you were before. So that's kind of what I've been doing, just kind of like understanding who I am. And, I realized that people are going to have something to say about whatever it is that you do. So when you become better and they kind of see that outside looking in, it's almost like, what's wrong with her? And I've said that before, but it's almost like it's just like real, like intense. And it's like literally like, and I just be trying to just bring it on down because I'm gonna just say it's hard. It's hard. Another thing that I have been doing is basically like unpacking some things. And I feel that, as I'm doing it, I feel like you guys can do it too. Because it's healthy to do, like, to kind of like unpack everything that you kind of like just had inside. And it's like because you want to be a better person, it's almost like you just have to like pull everything out. You have to pull everything out. And when you pull everything out, it's like you realize why I have been like this. So why I have been, because when you think about it, like that's like going into a relationship with baggage, with things that it's just like going into a situation and projecting emotions and all of that on the other person, whether it's your spouse, boyfriend, it could even be, your parents, or it could be friends, and it's just like you don't want to like project emotions on whomever it could be. Anybody that's close enough that will, kind of like that actually loves you and wants to love you. It's to me, I just feel like it's just not fair, by point blank period. It's not fair to allow a person to experience some of the things that are built up inside of you already prior to them, if that makes sense. So with that being said, unpack and kind of like look inside of you. Take that time while you're to yourself and look inside of you. Like, what are some things that I could do to make myself better? I don't want to be this mean person, or I don't want to be this angry person. I want to be better. I mean, a lot of times, we definitely have to, take a look in within, and it's not like people are attacking you, or you may feel attacked or whatever. It's more so like, look inside yourself. Then you wouldn't have to worry about anyone telling you, these are the things that you need to look at yourself about. Because, I mean, when you recognize those things, it's like, okay, I'm understanding it. I'm getting it. Like, I can use this and learn from it. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. And and the only reason why you're in a place and feel attacked is because you're still hurting. You're living in pain. Like, you're still kind of like holding on to it. It's like, okay, at what point in time are you going to let it go? Grow. I mean, that's the only thing that's the only thing. So, I mean, that's some things that you actually could do is to kind of like look within and kind of like do a self-evaluation. I spoke with that in the last video about, taking a look within yourself. And that's still a problem today. People feel attacked or whatever, but you shouldn't even feel, well, I see why you feel like that. I can't say you shouldn't feel like that because I can't tell you how to feel in a sense. But what I can say is how you can take the steps to kind of like grow from it. And it could be something that has happened to you that was very painful, that literally like you feel like you just never can get over. And it'll just be a hard process. That's all that is. It would just be a hard process. You can just acknowledge this thing and say, this is what I want to be free. I don't want to continue to live this way. So those are the things that I kind of, been doing because I have to, take a break. I have to understand myself and see what it is that I can do to make myself better. We did speak about unpacking. Unpacking is, just like I said, taking a look at the real deal, like the true real deal. Take a look at that, and it will make you better. And then not only when you unpack those things, like think about different scenarios and different things that you have gone through that are experiences that you can actually learn from. Like, say for instance, if you notice that, throughout the time, like I've been experiencing some crazy men, like I just been going through and seeming like I can't even pick the right person. You're attracted to it. So your inner is attracted to what you know, your comfort zone, like what you already. So just begin to kind of like choose different. Once you become healed and whole from all of your traumas, you will start attracting new people, friends, men, like outside of what your preferences are. Sometimes our preferences are not what are good for us sometimes. I mean, that's just what it is. Like what we really want sometimes not the best for us. Sometimes what we need is what's best for us. So it's like, understand that. Like change your perspective when it comes to men. Like change your perspective when it comes to friends. Like it's just, don't just, just change your whole, learn from those experiences and don't get back into what you already healed from. That's the only thing. And move. One more thing that that people seem to battle the most during healing, prior to the healing process and the traumas, will be like codependency. Like a lot of times, okay, so you might depend on, you go through something that you feel like you just can't cope with, and you just smoke a blunt. A lot of times people just have to smoke a blunt. That's just what it is. But that is your codependency. You're depending on this particular thing because you think that this will cover up or remove what's going on, but it doesn't. It just takes you away from the moment. Once you come down from that high, you're back to where you were. So, and it's okay to smoke it's okay to do that, for recreational purposes, but not to like literally like needing it, or depending on it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's the things there. So like I said, I just wanted to go back through the list again. We talked about, taking a break and going into hermit mode. Like, for those who don't know what hermit mode is, and I'm not talking French, but I may be talking French for someone who don't know, but I mean, it's easy to understand. Hermit mode is just removing yourself from different energies. And energies are real, just like spirits are real. Like, it's the same thing. Like, energy is inside of a human person. So it's like you have to be careful who you hang around and who you let inside of your personal space. That's all that really means. So go in hermit mode, disconnect from the world. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, understand who you are. Like, during this time while you're in by yourself, you know, and unpacking things that you already know that has been going on with you that you feel like just needs to be healed altogether. Moving forward here, I do want to talk about forgiving and letting go. Now, this is a touchy topic for me because I can't sit here and say that I am perfect. Not perfect by far. But I can forgive you for what you've done to me. I experienced that pain and I just forgive you because I have to forgive you. But just because you have to forgive someone doesn't mean it's sincere also. So keep that in mind. But definitely forgiving is a hard thing to do. And I know that everybody is experiencing forgiving someone because it's a person that, you know, that you love, or even a family member that may have, you know, did you wrong or whatever. Being the black sheep or being the middle child, you know, you have your own experiences, and children are allowed to have their experiences where they have their experiences and they are allowed to feel the way they feel. They're humans and they're allowed to feel the way they feel. But it's like, you know, it's hard to kind of like forgive people because those are the people that hurt you along the way. So it's almost like, you know, that's a hard task to do, but you have to forgive them and you have to genuinely and sincerely forgive them. Like, you just can't just not, you know, because God takes you. No. So when you forgive, okay, of course you have to let it go. Like, you have, especially with the healing process, you have anything that you unpack, you have to put it in your mind that I'm releasing this thing and I'm letting go. Understand that forgiving and letting go is a hard process, but that's the only way that you'll be able to move forward. And that's the only thing. So I have my personal stuff going on. I mean, life hits me like a ton of bricks. So I can't sit here and try to make it seem like that my life is so perfect, because it's really not. And, you know, as I'm talking about this, I'm going through the same thing that you guys are going through, you know, and it's like we are going through this together. Like, and I'm all about women empowerment. So women empowerment means a lot to me. So I love to lift other women. Like, and I've always been that person in my circle for some reason. Like, I've always been that person, but I know why. I know exactly why. The reason why is because this is something that has been told to me since I was a child. And, you know, and it's and one thing that really kind of hard to accept your own calling is because you have so many outsiders that always have their something to say. Too much of this going on. And they don't even know what they talking about. They don't even know what they talking about, because half of the stuff that they talking about ain't even true. You just talking just to be talking. Shut up. Shut up. If you don't want to ask no questions, shut up. Period. Because, yeah, listen, I'm telling you, it don't matter whether you're doing something good or it doesn't matter if you're doing something bad. They're going to talk about you. But when God calls you to walk into your calling, that's what you need to do. All those other people that are doing this, ignore it. Ignore it, because you're the one that's going to have to answer to that. You're going to have to answer to that. So, yeah, do what God calls you to do. Do what he tells you to do. Don't worry about the naysayers, because that's exactly what they are. They naysayers. They naysayers. As long as you're doing something that is above what they're already doing, they're going to have something to talk about. You're going to have something to talk about. No matter. This person went to jail. This person. I mean, just sit around kitchen tables and gossip. I choose not to gossip because when you feed into negative talk, and it stirs up a lot of negative energy, and I'm just not. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'm sorry. So, yeah. And I just now that I know, the people that have spoken to my life, I remember so many prophecies and all of. I'm ready. I'm just ready. Whatever God wants me to do, I'm ready. Period. And that's just what it is. So don't care what people say about you. Don't care. Don't care about what the lies that they tell. They just want to have conversation, and that's what they used to. They want to have conversation, but they want to have a conversation about someone else, but don't want to have a conversation or self-evaluation within themselves. It's like you have that much energy and time to talk about this person over here when you're jacked up. Excuse me. Literally, honestly, you cover yourself up with makeup. You still in pain. You cover yourself up in nice clothing and be dressing. You still in pain. You think you doing something because you flipping that bag over top of your shoulder. You still in pain. That nice bag. Nothing that's covered up. What did they say? Nothing gets healed when you keep it covered up. So that's my journey. That's what it is. That's just what it is. But one thing that I do know is that one thing that I want y'all to know is don't worry about what people be saying. Don't worry about do what God called you to do. Even if it's just to encourage somebody. It don't matter. I mean, just tell somebody have a good day. Tell them that they're beautiful. I see women all the time, and I give them their props. It's uplifting women. That's what it is. So, listen, it's a hard battle to fight, and I just hope that a lot of eyes are open and ears are open to see what's really real. But I'm not going to hold y'all or keep y'all. So I just definitely want to just say, I'm glad that I'm able to come in to basically check in. I'll definitely will be tapping in again and have more conversations and, things that we could be talking about. But definitely, I miss y'all, and I do hope that you guys are taking it easy. You guys be encouraged. You guys be blessed. And pray and meditate daily. And you're going to be good. You're going to be good. And God got you. God loves you. And I do too. See y'all later.